All right. Is everybody ready? Does anybody have any other questions? Everybody okay? So, I mean, the test, of course, is going to be multiple choice test, but questions that you will be dealing with are just like these questions. You can just kind of look at these problems as though you're taking a practice test. Okay. So this should give you a good uh, idea of how you're doing. Okay. So and I want to just give you guys more chance to do this independently. So let's begin by just giving you a time to work on it by yourself on number one. Okay. If you don't like the question mark, let's put like X right there. Solve for X. Okay. Give you 1 minute. And let's share each answer for each question on the chat, in the chat. How do you do number one? All right, it's been a minute. That's okay, right? Isn't that why we are reviewing right now? If you don't know quite what to do. Now, this one, do you see this angle right here? That's an exterior angle. It's exterior means outside, right? Interior means inside. Okay. This is a 123. That's an exterior angle. Okay. Then you've got remote interior angles. Right, now, how do we do that? You have to know about this rule. Do you guys remember this? ABC. What was the rule about? It's called exterior angle theorem. And the theorem says C, the exterior angle, equals A plus B. This A plus B is equal to 123. So you can set it up X plus 69 has to be equal to 123. Does that make sense? And this is called exterior angle theorem. So what do you have to do? Don't you just have to subtract 69?
Subtract.
Yeah, so Leo, what did you get for X? X equals, so 30, 52, 50, or 54. Yeah, 54. So X equals 54. Does that make sense? Number two, how do we go about number two here? So let me give you 1 minute. Maybe we don't even need that much, but Somebody's waiting to get inside. What if you have any birthday this week? Oh, sorry. Is everybody okay on number 2? It's been about a minute. So how do we solve for x? Well, first, there are a couple of hints. That is, you've got these markings. Did you guys notice that? What does that mean? It means that this triangle is called what? Just, you don't have to type it in. Just say it out loud, okay? As though you're talking to me. This triangle, number 2, is called an isosceles triangle. Yeah? You okay with that? Because 2 sides are equal.
Isosceles.
That's right. Very good. Thank you. Now, what do you know about isosceles triangle? One of the most useful property of isosceles triangle is that bottom angles are, what do you know about bottom 2 angles? They are the same. Yeah, is that what you were thinking about? That means if this is a 50 degrees, what do you know about the other, the angle? It is going to be 50 as well. Now, if you know that bottom are 50 and 50, can you figure out the top? Now 50 and 50 together is 100, right? And so that's 100. And then, so what do you think x has to be? X has to be 80. Yeah? Did you guys, were you thinking about that? Why is x going to be 80? Because 50 plus 50 plus 80, if you add all 3 interior angles, it's always 180, isn't it? So now you're using a plus b plus c is 180, and it's called angle sum theorem. Okay? Triangle angle sum theorem. That's the long official name of it. Okay. Because okay. How are you doing so far? Andrew. Okay. Hey, Andrew, and somebody just came in as well. We are just working, Gabriela, right? We are just working on the final assignment homework. So we are just about to start number 3. Okay. So again, I'm going to let you work on number 3. Let's give 2 minutes. Okay. And please share the answer on number 3. I've not seen much of the answers. I don't know if you're working on it, but please share so that I know that you're participating and I know that you're done or you're still working on it. Okay. 2, you could possibly get negative number. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's yeah, you could possibly get negative number. And yes, that would work, doesn't it? Very good, Janet. Does anybody have any the answer for number 3? Again, once you're done, please share. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes. Okay, I'm only seeing one answer. How about the rest of you guys? Did you guys get that? Let's first check the setup. Okay. Now, which theorem are we going to use? When you see that you're dealing with those 3 interior angles, right? That means you need to be using that interior angle sum theorem. So let's add them all together and equal to 180. So 57 plus x plus 87 plus 50, and that's equal to 180. Were you able to set that up first? You may have in different order, and that's okay. Next, we've got x and x together in the same side of an equal sign. So what do? Just let's add them together. That's 2x. And how about 57 plus 87 plus 50? What is that? 130, 180, 190, 194? 194. Did I do okay? 180, 94. Yeah. Equals 180. Now, what would you do next? Do we subtract? Subtract 194. 194. Very good. So we've gotten 2x equals. Now that's kind of the weird answer, isn't it? You don't expect to get lots of negative answer, but in this case, this is correct, okay? And so 180 minus 194 is negative 14. And then you're going to divide by 2. Divide by 2. So x equals negative 7. Nice job, Janet. Okay, did anybody else get that? Nice job, Saif. Anybody else? Okay, very good. Okay, let's work on number 4. Yeah, Julian, there are 10 questions, okay? I think we should be able to finish fairly quickly. How about number 4? Maybe 1 minute. Okay, so what do you think about number 4? Would you share the answer for number 4? Is anybody struggling to find out the answer for number 4? Thank you, Harley. Anybody else? If you're wondering how to approach this, just let me guide you through. What kind of a triangle is this? What would you call that? I mean, knowing the name is not that important, but this is called isosceles triangle, right? Because there are, again, 2 markings right here. Marking. That means 2 sides are equal, okay? Now, what do you know about isosceles triangle? We just talked about this this morning. Bottom angles are the same, right? They are all going to be equal to each other. So if this is x, you can also call that x too, okay? Now you can set up an equation, but let's do without the setting up the equation, okay? And that is, again, you're going to add all 3 angles. It's 180, right? So let's do 180 minus 56. And now you get 124. So do you think x is going to be 124? Not quite, right? So these 2 angles combined is going to be 124. But since they are equal to each other, let's split 124 into 2 parts. So let's divide that by 2. You get 62. So I mean, you can check 62, and that's also 62. Will they add up to be 180? 56 plus 62 plus 62. Will they add up to be 180? And I think it does. Yeah, does that make sense? Another way, if you want more of a formal setting up an equation method, then you set that as an x because they are equal. Bottom angles are equal. So you can do x plus 56. They're all equal to 180. So it's 2x plus 56 is 180. Then you subtract 56 on both sides. You get 2x equals 124. And then divide by 2. X equals 62. And you get the same answer, right? And you're practically doing the same thing, isn't it? You're subtracting 56 from 180, and then you divide by 2. All right. Nice job, we are here. Hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm sorry if I mispronounce all your names. You guys Apologize for that. Number 5. Let's work on number 5. How do you set it up? Again, lots of isosceles triangle. Is there any equilateral triangle problem? No, it's okay. Are you guys with me? Do you need more time to catch up on writing? Please let me know. You should be working on number 5 right now. And again, let's share your answer when you're done. Very good, Janet. Anybody else? Right, Logan. Yeah, 42. Anybody else? We've got 2 answers so far, 2 people. I need more people. If you feel like you're getting the wrong answer, don't even worry about it. I would like to see if it's wrong, then we'll fix it, right? Okay, we've got 2 different numbers here. Anybody else? So let me guide you through this. Okay. Again, what kind of triangle is this? There it is an equilateral triangle. No, isosceles triangle. Yeah, thank you. That's right. It's an isosceles triangle. Again, it's this marking right here. And what have we been talking about isosceles triangle? If 2 sides are the same, what do you know about the bottom angles? Bottom angles are also equal to each other. Yeah. So what's the equation? That means x plus 52 should be equal to, see, those 2 bottom angles are equal. So x plus 52 equals 44. Yeah. Does that make sense? So you subtract 52 and that's it. You get x equals, what is that? Negative 8. How do you feel? Did you get that? All right. Number 6, 2 minutes. Work on it, set up an equation, then work on it, and please share your answer in the chat. I would like to see it. Very good. 9. What does it look like? Which theorem are we going to use? Yeah, it doesn't look confusing, doesn't it? Yeah. If you're struggling to figure out the equation, okay, then let's think about number one right here. Does not look like number one. Now, number one, we used this exterior angle theorem. A plus B is equal to, this is C. Exterior angle C is equal to A plus B. Can we apply that? Give me the equation. How would you set it up? You can do it. Again, the rule that you need to be using is C, the exterior angle, is equal to A plus B. That means this is a C, isn't it? And this is A and B. So equation will be 17x minus 1. That's a C. Right? That's the C right here. 17 minus 1 equals 84 plus 7x plus 5. Does that make sense? Isn't that exactly what the theorem says, right? C equals A plus B. So let's see, what can we do first? Subtract 7x. So that's gone. So that would be 10x minus 1 equals 84 plus 5. That's 89. Very good, Logan. Appreciate sharing that. Add 1 on both sides. 10x equals 90. And then you divide by 10. So x equals 9. What do you guys think? Were you able to set it up and then solve it? I'm hoping that I can see more answers. Okay, I'm seeing a couple of you sharing the answers. I'm just wondering if maybe half of the class is struggling on the setup. How do you guys feel so far? Feel good about this? Okay, very good. The last type of questions are, it's called on triangle inequality theorem. Okay, but let's work on number 7 and 8 first. Is everybody ready to move on? Okay. Yeah, go ahead. We'll wait for you, Saif. Let's take a minute of a break. You need to go to the bathroom, do that. Let's come back and then let's finish it up. There are only 4 more problems. Okay. I'm gonna get a cup of water and we'll be right back. Okay. should pause the recording. Okay, are you guys ready? So number 7 and 8 is asking you, well, let's read the instructions. State if the three numbers can be measure of the sides of a triangle. If you have a 4-inch, 7-inch, 8-inch stick, will you be able to create a triangle with it? So that's the question. What do you guys think? Can you tell me what just by looking at it? If you have a 4, 7, 8-inch stick, will you be able to create triangle? Nice job, Dolsa. Yeah, that's right. How about the rest of you? This one, the answer is you will be able to create triangle. Okay. Now, how do you go through what's the thinking process of this? Okay. And we had two simple procedure, right? I'm gonna spell out the step here. Step 1. Do you guys remember what the step 1 is? That's right. We are going to first identify the largest number. And in this case, it is 8, isn't it? Which is 8. Okay. Next, you're going to add the lesser or smaller two sides. That means you're going to add 4 plus 7, which is 11, isn't it? Now, isn't 11 bigger than the largest number, which is 8? Isn't 11 bigger than 8? If that's the case, if you add the two shorter, and if it's bigger than the largest number, then you can form a triangle. So this is a yes. You can form it. Probably you're tired of seeing that, but here is, let's say this is the 8. This is the longest one. And then you've got 4. And then you've got 7. And you will be able to form a triangle because 4, this is a 4 and 7. This is 8. This is the longest stick. And this is a 4 and 7. And 4 and 7 is definitely bigger than 8, isn't it? So you will be able to create triangle. Okay. How about number 8? Will you be able to form a triangle? Everybody answer right in the chat. Yes, yeah, I can form a triangle. No, I cannot form a triangle. Which one is it? Yes or no? This will be, anybody else? This will be no, isn't it? Okay, again, let's go through the step. Identify the largest number. Which one is the largest number? Which is 20. That's the largest. So that's the longest stick, right? And then the two shorter is 6 plus 13. And that's 19. Is 19 bigger than the largest? No, 19 is not bigger than 20. That's like this, right? So you've got 20 inches, and here's a 13, and here's a 6. And then you try to create the 6 plus 13. That's a 19. It's not quite 20. It doesn't quite make it. Okay. So you will not be able to form a triangle. So this will be no. Okay. The last type of a question will be this. Two sides are given. Let's read this. Two sides of a triangle have the following measures. Okay, in this case, it's 13 and 18. Find the range of possible measure for the third side. What could the third side be? And there are, it's not just a one number. It could be, there's a window of there's a limitation. Okay, what's the lowest that you can go for the third side? And what's the highest that you can go for the third side? And that's what the question is asking you. It says, find the range. Okay, so let's find the range. I'm gonna let you work on it. Okay, because you need to be able to do this on your own, right? So tell me the range of the third side in the chat. Okay, you've got to do two things. You guys remember that? Go through your notes. If you don't remember, it's in there. It tells you what to do. Nice job, Dulce. Janet, Logan, very good. Anybody else? Do you guys know what to do? The range is going to be 5 through 31. And how do you get those two numbers? It's really simple. You just first add them. 13 plus 18, that's 31. That's the highest that you can go. Okay. Now, how do you find the lowest you can go? You subtract them. And you just pick the bigger number first. So you do 18 minus 13, and that's 5. So 5 is the lowest you can go. So it is between 5 and 31. Okay, so that will be the answer. So any number you pick between 5 and 31, it will work. Like, let's say 6. 6 will work. 13 plus 6 is 19, right? 19 is bigger than 18, so it works. 30 is going to work because 13 plus 18 is 31. So yeah, 30 will work. So you can just kind of try a bunch of numbers. Just pick a number between 5 and 31. Would they work? I think it does. Let's do the last question. So you do that by yourself. What is the range of the number that will work for number 10? Very good. It will be, so again, you add them and subtract them, right? So let's add 22 plus 9 equals Again, 31 just happened to be the same number as before, but you subtract 22 minus 9 is, what is it, 11? No, 13. 13. So the range will be 13 through 31. Okay. How are you guys feeling? Scale of 1 to 5. Everybody, I want to see it in the chat. How do you feel? You feel confident? Where are you? 5, 4, maybe a little more work to do. Okay. Yeah, very good. If you, I know some of you missed the class yesterday. We did have the assignment, and so please make sure that you watch the video. I will be uploading that right away after this class, and then also I will be uploading this video as well. Okay. If you need any, if you would like to go over, I don't know, yesterday's assignment or anything about for you to prepare for the test, please remain in the class. Otherwise, you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Leo. That looks wonderful. Very good.